Now, Clapham High School have advanced to the finals of the CAF Africa Schools Championship, where they hope to be crowned champions of the tournament inaugural year of the boys section later this afternoon. South Africa, though, didn't have the same fortunes in the girls section of the tournament. Newzroom Afrika's Yolulwe Qoshe is in Durban and is more on the final that is taking place later this afternoon. Yolulwe, great football that we've seen from the schools level throughout the past, 4 days. The final is today. Tell us, what do we expect from Clapham High School as they go in search of being crowned champions of the CAF Schools Championship?
Well, a very good morning to you, Rachel, as well as to our viewers inside the Sugar Ray Xulu Stadium. And I'll tell you what, it feels so good to say I'm reporting from inside a stadium, Rachel. Usually I'm outside of the stadium, but in the words of the new Sports, Recreation and Arts and Culture Minister, I just arrived and I'm straight into the action. And with all jokes aside, you did mention that Clapham High School are in the finals of this inaugural CAF Africa Schools Championship, which will be coming to a conclusion today. Today, we will find out who will be the winners. Now, this competition pits some of the best schools from across the African continent together to find out who will be crowned champions of the continent at the under 15 age group level. Now, what they're playing for, well, just a small sum of $300,000 US. And I'll put that in a South African context, is 5.46 million rand. And why I put that in a South African context is because South Africa has its own representation in that final in the name of Clapham High School from Pretoria. Now, they have breezed through this tournament. Just yesterday, they showed a great display of football against their Algerian counterparts, beating them 3-0 to reach the semi-finals today, where again, they beat their Benin counterparts 1-0 in a much more tightly contested encounter. Today at 2 o'clock, they're expected to take the field for their final and the final time this tournament, and they will be taking on their Guinean counterparts. In terms of the females, well, the girls didn't really have the best of times. South Africa was represented by Edenvale Technical High School, a school from not too far from here, a school from Pietermaritzburg. They did not, unfortunately, make it out of the group stages. But in terms of Clapham, well, they are very, very well coached. They've got players already, in the structures of professional teams playing in the Gauteng Development League. So they're players who know their way through a football pitch, and they've shown their quality throughout this tournament. And today, speaking to the coach yesterday, he was very confident that they can go all the way. And the locals, well, if you're looking at the grandstands, I don't know if you can see as well as I could earlier on, but the grandstands are slowly filling up. And by the time they take to the field for that final time, they should be getting a great backing from the locals, and hopefully for them and South Africans, they can go all the way and win this and keep this trophy right here in South Africa and become 5.46 million rand richer.
It's a lot of money, 5.6 million rand. I wonder if you had a conversation, though, with the coach, Simon Blangwe, about what he hopes to do with that money should the team be able to win the CAF Schools Championship. I'm just trying to poke and find out if you've asked him about that prize money.
Well, Rachel, I haven't just yet, and just judging from his demeanor and the way that he was, I don't think he was going to go that far as well as talking about winning that prize money. He's a person that seems very measured, a person that says, let's take it one game at a time. He wouldn't want to budget for money that isn't already in that bank account. But I tell you what, he was confident of the way his team plays. So I'll keep that question in mind, Rachel, for if they do finally win this competition, then I'll have the answers for you by the time that I see you again for sure.
All right, just a final one, Yolulwe. Do we know if the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, will be gracing the final later this afternoon?
Well, the word has been that he will be at the presentation so far, so we will hope that the word can be stuck to. There were talks that he was going to be with us in press conferences during the week, but he wasn't here. So unfortunately, that didn't happen, but we're hoping for different fortunes when it comes to the presentation. I'm sure for these young gentlemen, being able to see the CAF president in the flesh, giving them their trophies, giving them their medals, will be a huge boost for them and a good morale win for them. So hopefully he'll be here present with us.
All right, Yolulwe Qoshe there, Newzroom Africa sports reporter, all the way in Durban at the Yolulwe Stadium for the final of the CAF Schools Championships.